like you said, he needs about a half a second a lap. Right now, all he's getting is about 2 to 3 tenths a lap.
And Denny Hamlin, who led the most laps today, 179, the most laps by far, and who won the Busch race, may fall a bit short as Jeff Gordon
Standards watching behind you, buddy. 2 more. You beat him.
takes 2 to go.
Keep digging, buddy.
Everybody, keep digging, keep digging. You can just turn that on everybody's radio.
David Gilliland slow in the back straightaway.
Yeah, he went by here blowing up.
A lot of smoke.
Boy, Hamlin is going to get so close, but that's just all he's going to be able to do is get close.
Carl Edwards has caught Ryan Newman, and that's a battle for 4th place.
Good day for Carl after having that drive-through penalty.
A lot of smoke for Gilliland. No caution.
White flag in the air. 1 to go.
1 more, buddy.
Oh, man. Can you just... Denny Hamlin is sitting there. He's so close. Why couldn't there be 5 more laps?
I mean, he is closing ever so fast, but it's just not going to be enough.
He's going to be there, but that's it. He's going to run out of time.
Stanley Steamer running just fine.
Yes,
Make it to the finish line.
Look at that thing coming across. Look at it steaming, still steaming.
Jeff Gordon and the DuPont Chevrolet win at Darlington. Hamlin 2nd, Johnson 3rd, and Newman holds off Carl Edwards for 4th by 2 car lengths. What a drive by Tony Stewart to get back to 6th.
And look at Jeff Burton, who pretty much was just barely...
Never give up, man. Never give up.
It's exactly right. Never give up. But Jeff Burton, who fought all day long to get back to the top 10.
That's the man right there. I tell you, I love that guy. He is on it.
It is Jeff Gordon's 7th Darlington victory. His 4th straight top 3 finish here. His 3rd win of 2007, and make that 3 out of the last 4 races.
And you know what? There was a time when I didn't know if Steve Letarte and Jeff would ever be on the same page. But, man, now that they are, woe be unto everybody else.
On the radio, they told Matt Kenseth, they said the 24 has moved up in turns 3 and 4, and it seems to have helped him. But Matt said, you know what, the bottom works best for me. He's committed to the bottom. Look at that 24. He's up half a lane, and it seems to be working.
Jeff Gordon won at Sonoma 2 weeks ago, then was caught up in a late race crash at Daytona last week. That crash cost him critical points, knocked him out of the top 10, but right now he's on the bumper of the leader. Oh! Kenseth goes around off the front end of Gordon. And automatically you think of what happened at Bristol between the 17 and the 24 that resulted in that shoving incident on pit road after the race.
I'd take a look at that again. I think that Kenseth probably got a little bit loose going in there because Gordon was so close.
Conversation to Tony was, we should be fine, but then Tony radioed back, I'm out right now.
Man, that's going to be from 3rd to last.
2 laps to go.
Harvick down on the bottom, takes a spot, or trying to take the spot back away from Kyle Busch, but Kyle has none of it.
It's a great run. There's Junior back on that high side,
trying to do his pit stall on pit road, fueling the car and trying to get it refired. The field coming around to get the white flag this time. Leader has the white flag, final lap of the race. The caution comes out from here on in, the race is over.
One eye out the windshield, one eye on the fuel pressure. Gauge.
Jeff Burton, that 31 car, closes in. Harvick still trying to get by Busch for 3rd spot. Here comes Gordon.
Looks like he's going to make it. Jeff Gordon's going to score his 1st win at Chicago.
Good job.
Hey, down to pit road to Matt.
Big sigh of relief for Steve Letarte and the 24 guys. Jeff said this was an important race, the perfect test to see how far you'd come on this type of track.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret we struggled on these 1.5 miles last year. And, you know, we won at Sonoma, and that was spectacular. But come here and win a 1.5 miles, I think just thank everybody at Hendrick Motorsports. Stuck behind me, stuck behind that driver, and I think we proved we're back.
think he's going to have to roll the third turn and get a run on him off of 4 if he's going to make a pass.
Rudiman moves aside, clear sailing for the leaders. 9 laps to go when they come back to the stripe, and Gordon is there.
Right there. But this is where Kyle can really pull him just a little bit. That's going to make it awfully tough for Jeff Gordon to get by.
Last time through turn 2, Gordon in the 24 got off the corner good. That speed carries all the way down the straightaway.
Well, Kyle got up off the bottom a little bit that time, and Jeff was able to stay with him. This could be the lap right here. Watch Jeff Gordon into 3.
Oh, Kyle pulls him down the backstretch.
Yeah, but watch that
right
24.
here is where Gordon is strongest. And he gets right to the back bumper trying to rattle Kyle Busch.
Well, it'll get you a little bit loose and allow you to do that right there. Get a little run, and he's gone.
8 laps to go.
Whoa, Jeff got loose getting in that corner.
But Kyle was on the outside of him where he was unable to take advantage.
Yeah, it hurt Kyle Busch more than it did Jeff Gordon.
Well, it did then. Better hope that Kyle Busch can't catch him.
7 laps, plenty of time. 7 to go. There's the reaction from Kyle's wife as Jeff Gordon takes the lead. A little bit of nudge, a little turn of the wheel. Here we go.
Mike, you said it at the top of the show. A little short track racing on a 1-mile track.
Alan Gustafson, he loves what he's seeing.
Tell you what, that 18 car has not given up. Kyle is trying to chase Jeff Gordon back down, and now he says, oh, you want to play that way, do you? Jeff better hope he doesn't get to him.
3rd place battle building. Kevin Harvick has all but caught Jimmy Johnson. Then it's Ryan Newman. And
pretty much Jeff Gordon with 5 to go. Clear sailing. He has about a straightaway in front of him to the next cars out there.
Jeff's got, I mean, he couldn't have it anymore. It couldn't be any more perfect. Nobody, no lap cars or anything to deal with.
And up front, Gordon has stretched it out on Kyle Busch by a full second now.
Yeah, I think Kyle just needs to be sure that Jimmy Johnson doesn't catch him before this thing ends. Got a pretty good lead over him. I think he'll be all right.
Biggest thing Jeff Gordon will be looking for is that white flag, because he knows we'll have a race then. We won't have to worry about no green-white checker.
0 for 66. And last year, 4 coulda, woulda, shouldas for Jeff Gordon. Today, that's just not going to matter.
Oh, 4-time may want to join 5-time if he keeps racing like this.
Jeff Gordon trying to tie Cale Yarborough for 5th on NASCAR's all-time win list. This would be his 83rd career victory.
You know, you talk about him being a 4-time Sprint Cup Series champion. He has not won a championship since that 48 car started back in 2002.
Car owner Rick Hendrick atop the pit box and looking on. Going to be white flag next time by.
And that is music to your ears. White flag next time by. And you're pulling away.
Jeff Gordon trying for Hendrick Motorsports' 9th win at Phoenix. They have already won 6 of the last 8.
All right, here it is.
White flag. Crew Chief Alan Gustafson has been to victory lane here with Mark Martin and with Kyle Busch. Last week, 20-year-old Trevor Bayne won the Daytona 500 after battling Thursday and drafting with his boyhood hero, Jeff Gordon. Today, Jeff Gordon rolls off turn 4, 0 for 66, 1 for 67. Jeff Gordon wins at Phoenix.
Welcome back. Awesome job. That's what it's like, man. We earned that one.
Darrell, it's about time.
That's a great feeling, man, to go that long, be a great driver like Jeff Gordon is, go that long. Let me tell you, I don't care how many races you won or how good you are, there's always that doubt in your mind. Am I ever going to win another one?
And I think the biggest thing, if you look at the last 18 races, including last week, this man has only had 1 top 5 finish, so this is huge in many ways.
Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations. Thank you so much, boss. Thank you for this opportunity. opportunity, man. I'm loving these guys.
That's Rick Hendrick. Anyone who thought that the wintertime crew chief swap was for the benefit solely of Dale Earnhardt Jr. better look again. Alan Gustafson and Jeff Gordon have won today. They're going to win some more races.
Great confidence builder right here when you make changes like that.
See Ambrose move up, giving Gordon the bottom, but Gordon's really wiggling right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
look
man,
at that.
still
Wow.
out of shape.
Just
Look at
hanging
that.
on. Look at Ambrose. And here comes Johnson with a run.
Yeah, he might try to go all the way to the bottom. See if he tries to go to the bottom and take that from Jeff. Not able to hold it down there. Just probably too loose, and the tires have too much time on them to make that move. Gordon's still fighting his car there.
And we're talking a lot about Jeff, but Jimmy's got to be doing a lot of fighting of his own inside that car.
Yeah, and as much as he's having to fight right now, it's a lot less than what he did the first of the race when he about wrecked every other lap.
Got a good run there off turn 4. That's Ben Johnson's strong spot, it seems like, today.
6 laps to go.
And to the bottom. Can he make it stick?
Yeah, we've seen Jimmy in this position number. Now look how sideways right there. Wow, stays in the throttle.
Driving by both of these guys.
That's why there's 9 championships between these two. Able to take loose race cars, worn out tires right now, battling for the win here.
Two of the sport's best and the Atlanta track at its best, using every inch of this wide racetrack to try and find the grip they need to get to the front.
And there's some traffic ahead of this group. There's quite a few cars ahead. Looks like they'll catch them too.
5 laps to go.
Whoa, Gordon really sideways right there.
And Jimmy fighting right up to his back bumper.
You can see Jimmy just walk the car all the way up the track. Now, did we talk earlier about another fantastic finish here at Atlanta?
Yes, sir. Got a run.
Oh, yeah, he got him loose right there.
Coming corner, door. Outside, right next to you, outside. 24 only.
4 to go. Gordon drives it in to stay side by side.
Jimmy's getting a little loose.
Both of them wiggling up off the corner. Wow.
Clear, you're clear. Let's just see off this monitor.
That's good stuff.
They're coming to 3 to go. I'm telling you, this is a dogfight. Yeah, Johnson's going to try to get a run on the high side. Just might get his pass that he's looking for here. That's not what Gordon needs.
No,
Can't make it work.
time. 3 laps to go. Regan Smith gives way the lap car. Johnson dives again for the low side.
Oh, both of them just using all the track.
What's the wiggle going to be that costs Gordon the win, or Johnson the chance to make a run at him? Lost some time there.
Yeah, Jimmy said, I got to try something. Yeah, that's where he'd made up a lot of his time.
2 to go.
Looks like they may not catch this traffic before the end of the race. But it's probably still affecting their cars. They're close enough. Johnson gets a big run off of 2 now.
Coming to the white flag. So far, Gordon's been able to hold him off. Can he do it for another lap and a quarter? Johnson's gotten a big run off turn 4 several times on Gordon, but not been able to finish the pass. He slides this time.
Gordon gets a big run.
By 3, white flag.
Last lap. Gordon gaining some ground. Can he hang on?
Oh, Jimmy Johnson sideways as he went to the gas hard. Look at him.
Sliding off the corner. Half a lap to go. There is lap traffic ahead. We've had fantastic finishes in Atlanta. Will this be another side-by-side run to the checkers? It's going to be a sideways run to the checkers. Johnson tries to get there. Can't get it done. Career win number 85. Jeff Gordon, 3rd on NASCAR's all-time win list.
Wow. That's some driving right there.
What a finish.
Yeah, all this going on, we couldn't go back.
Yeah. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, boys.
Tony Stewart came up and passed all of those cars from running 8th all the way to 3rd.
But you couldn't leave that.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, that was something. Two of the sport's best putting on a driving show.
That was just impressive.
Awesome job, Jeff. You did amazing, dude. And all you guys in the pits, Alan, I'm so proud of you, man. I'm sorry I almost gave that thing away, but woo, that feels good.
That doesn't get any better than that right there. That's some talent.
Sliding around, hanging on, but not giving up. And Jeff Gordon and his crew chief Alan Gustafson and their whole team, Doc, with their 3rd win this season.
What an impressive performance, Alan. Great job by you guys out here in Adjustments all day. But tell me your impressions of what your driver did those final 10 laps holding off Jimmie Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, our car was really fast to start. We knew that. And it was really good at the end after the rain. It kind of helped our car out. So Jeff got going there. And we just knew we had to pit a little quicker than we wanted to. Those guys pitted under green a little quicker than we wanted to. So that last run, we had to go a ways on tires. But that's Jeff. Jimmy's car was probably a little better at the end, and Jeff got him. That's Jeff Gordon right there.
That says it all, guys. That is Jeff Gordon right there. On a bad day, he's better than most. On a good day, he's the best of the best. You've been passed pretty easily. What are these guys going to do?
That last time by, you saw the 22 car, Dave Blaney, really give a good shove right in front of Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon has really got a good shove by Blaney that time, and that's what Gordon needed.
Jimmie Johnson doing a great job right here, using that draft to his advantage. He's watching that mirror, keeping that 24 car square in his bumper.
197 miles an hour. They take the white flag 3 wide. Here comes Tony Stewart up on the high side.
And the white flag is out. It's waving 3 wide.
Jimmie Johnson, Jeff Gordon trying to hang on the bottom, drafting help from behind with Blaney in the Toyota. Up high, Tony Stewart gets help from Casey Kane.
That's 4 wide down the back straightaway. Hamlin on the inside.
Here comes Gordon on the outside.
Jeff Gordon has moved up in front of Tony Stewart to get the push by. Jeff Gordon, a 5-time Talladega winner. He knows how to get it done. He hung at the back of the pack all day long. He pulls up, and Tony Stewart pushes him by. As they come down, Jeff Gordon trying to hang on. 2 wide, 3 wide behind him. Gordon on the bottom of the racetrack. Jimmie Johnson second, and Jeff Gordon takes the win at Talladega.
Unbelievable. The car tomorrow. Great race at the very end. Man, what a move out of Jeff Gordon. He just threw his teammate out, went for it by himself.
That was impressive.
I knew he had something up his sleeve. I didn't know what it was.
Steve Letarte said, stay calm. We have another caution.
Look at the emotion of Jeff Gordon in the car.
What a win for Jeff Gordon.
Buddy, you did it for us, buddy. You were the man. This team is awesome. Way to hang in there all day. Woo! Man, I'm excited.
And he better be excited. I'd be excited too. All his teammates worked together, helped them win that race, guys.
He got the point lead too.
This long straightaway and that big, crazy turn 1 on restarts at Pocono. In the wall, Biffle in the wall. Kenseth spins into the pack. Denny Hamlin.
I was wondering, going down in that corner, how close was Kenseth going to try to get over onto Jimmie Johnson to try to take advantage, get him a little bit free. Johnson got extremely loose. He did Hamlin with the worst of this and just an innocent bystander.
So the race for the lead into turn 1. I believe the word I used just before the restart was crazy turn 1.
Yeah, crazy. And we knew they were going to be racing like it was the last lap.
Yeah,
it may have been, because I don't know that we'll get back under green.
And who was leading when the caution came out here? Jeff Gordon's the one that's out front right now, but we'll have to see about this.
And yes, the leader is Jeff Gordon.
Well, for his fortunes turning here.
Wow, how big would that be? Pace with the car in front of him in the caution line when he's shutting it off to save fuel.
And Casey King's still going around on that flat tire. He probably ran over something as they went back through the accident scene. And very unfortunate for them. Could turn out to be okay. We'll see what happens. Andy, I've been up here and thought it was going to rain too, and it just never did for a little bit.
And I've been here when you didn't think it was going to rain hard.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about Jeff Gordon earlier, about how much they need a win, how much bad luck they've had this year, how well they've been running in recent weeks. I don't think this would be the way they expected to get a win, but
they'll take it.
It all counts. If, and I'll capital letter, underline, and put in bold, if the race ends here.
I think they said it's raining now. And that's not saying that if it does rain here, that we won't get restarted at some point in time. So you have to worry about that. But if Jeff Gordon should get this win, how about next week at Watkins Glen, as great a record as he has there, of trying to get that second victory that he knows is pretty much going to take to get him in the chase?
It would not be the first time, and there you see the raindrops as Alan Gustafson puts the notes under cover. Wouldn't be the first time that Jeff Gordon won a race here that was shortened by rain. How about June of 2007 here at this race, where they played some really neat strategy to find a way to be in front when it counted the most. And the race never got back going after the weather hit, and Gordon wound up taking home the win.
That was Steve Letarte that engineered that magic.
Well, circumstances playing to Jeff's favor this time. Good race car, we documented that. Moved up smartly all race long and was in the top 5 when things happen in front of him.
Yeah, here's the other thing. If it goes back green, he's still got, well, probably the best car in the race right now.
Yeah, that was the thing. We really hadn't seen just how good he was. We knew he was good because he drove his way up inside the top 10, but we hadn't had a caution to really bunch it up so he could show how much he could run with the guys that had been leading.
So rain starting to fall here at the racetrack. We've been talking about it for a while. We've seen it closing on the racetrack for some time. There is going to be daylight here until pretty close to 8 o'clock Eastern time tonight. So we'll see how long NASCAR waits. But remember, once this racetrack gets really soaked,
good drenching here, bud.
It's going to take a good...
Whose birthday it is today? Are you willing to claim any of these gifts yet?
No, not yet, but certainly is a nice position to be in, right? So, no, I mean, it's not going to be over till it's over, but either way, you know, we had a really good drive-in Hungler Chevrolet, and Jeff did a great job, and we knew that restart was going to be key. Obviously, everybody did, and Jeff got a great restart, and those guys had a little bit of an issue, and maybe, don't want to be premature, but maybe we might catch a break here.
How about the way he drove through that and missed it?
I mean, I think the run was key, obviously.
I think McMurray is going to try to jump all over him like a frog on the June bug.
Green flag. Johnson to the inside.
And there goes Kurt Busch in the 2 car with him, pushing him. They're going to trap McMurray in the 26 on the high side.
Boy, I'll say, look at him fan out. High, low. Somebody help me. Oh.
There goes Stewart, the 20 to the high side with no help. They're 3 wide off.
Trouble. It's over.
There's the caution. There is the caution right there. Only one attempt at this green-white checker.
And Stewart has crashed. While everyone lifted for the caution flag, Tony Stewart ended up in the wall.
We certainly know that Jeff Gordon, the 24 car, was leading this race at the time of caution. Now, one thing that differs from determining the restart order after a caution in the race is they'll go to where the cars were at the minute the caution came out as far as the finishing order, not where they crossed the last loop for the finish of the race.
Let's see what happens here, because they were all coming up to speed and there was a lot of blocking going on. You see Gilliland, I just saw him cut down in front of Tony.
Kenseth got into Sauter. Sauter's still okay. 4 wide.
4 wide, and no, the 16 comes down, catches the 70, but there's action in front of these guys.
Well, Elliott Sadler and the 16 got together. That's what caused the wreck. But
Tony, right here, you see the 38 and Tony.
Who tipped David Gilliland around?
Somebody must have, was it 26?
Ouch.
Man, that's a hard hit, and there's no safer barrier there.
No, we may see from another angle who tipped Gilliland.
They go way up there.
That
mean, the 16, Biffle just came down on Elliott Sadler, and Johnny Sauter, the 70, ended up being the victim there, and Elliott Sadler was able to continue.
NASCAR will determine at what moment they lit up the caution lights to freeze the field and end the race. Stewart very unhappy.
Not sure what that's about. We'll figure it out, though.
Because somebody sure turned him. The wreck was behind him, but as the caution flew, a lot of people checked up.
Let's see what happens. There's Tony on the high, up on the outside. They see a wreck behind him.
McMurray.
83 on Stewart. Hamlin's in 81. Jimmy Johnson's in 83. That's your lead car.
Everybody's in the 80s.
They're same speed.
2 laps to go this time.
I tell you, Smoke is going to give it one more shot, but I don't think he's got enough to get there.
And nobody can say this was a cakewalk for Jeff Gordon. He had to fight his way back.
A little bit more back there for you. White flag when you get down there.
I mean, just how solid this group has been all year long. If they hang on in the top 5, this right here.
I'm not trying to start anything here, guys, but that right rear tire on that 24 car looks soft. I guess it didn't. But I know one thing, Stewart is closing in a hurry.
He's got a half a lap to go, Mike.
I guess Jeff is just being that cautious, but I thought I saw that right rear tire look like it was a little soft.
Jeff Gordon rounds turn 4. Become the first driver in the history of Phoenix International Raceway to win a Cup race from the pole. Jeff Gordon finally gets his first Phoenix win and ties Dale Earnhardt.
I got a special flag for you at the start-finish line if you want it, bud. Come and get it. Special flag.
Look at the hats if you want an indication of what that flag says.
A pretty good idea of what it will say.
Guys are awesome in there. Way to go.
Scheduled distance, 500 laps. This will be a regular attempt at the restart, not a green-white checker.
Well, Jamie with a good run off turn 2. That's as good as you could hope for.
Side by side for the lead as they go into 3. McMurray a little higher through 3 and 4. The advantage to the 24. White flag in the air one more time around for Gordon. Jeff Gordon looking for a storybook ending to the 2015 season. Out of 3 and 4, this win's going to punch his ticket to the championship 4. Gordon wins in Martinsville.
Yeah, that's how you fight. That's how you do it. That was huge. That was huge. God, I love you guys. Great job. Way to hang in there. That's what I'm talking about. Fighting and digging, boys. That's what we do.
Boisterous crowd.
Burn that baby down! Burn that baby down!
And I believe this crowd got what they wanted tonight. A lock for the Hall of Fame. Jeff Gordon, in his final season in the Sprint Cup Series, gets win number 93 on his career, and more importantly, he moves into a position where he could get his 5th championship. Sunoco continues to fuel victories. And Jeff Gordon might be celebrating as much as we've ever seen. Racetrack that has been so good for Rick Hendrick. The winningest team ever at Martinsville. And it's been fueled by that man, Jeff Gordon. 9 wins at this racetrack. Jimmy Johnson smiles and hugs. There's been 93 wins for Jeff Gordon, but maybe none sweeter than this one.
I will. My tires are filthy. Try to get them cleaned up the best you can, obviously.
Yeah, that's the one thing about trying to say fuel under caution. It's hard to keep the tires clean.
You heard Alan Gustafson say it. This restart will be the moment of the race. The moment of the race brought to you by Dairy Queen. Pun intended, going to be a blizzard of activity right here.
Here we go.
Pace cars off. 17 laps to go at the Brickyard.
Jeff Gordon's really going to have to take the lead from Casey Kane, because if he doesn't, he's probably going back to at least third.
He did it. And it's Kane that goes back to third and maybe fourth.
That's what I say. Now it's put Casey Kane on the defensive. Here comes Matt Kenseth 3 wide. And look at Hamlin. Hamlin passed both of them.
Well, that's using the draft to perfection there by Denny Hamlin. Got himself in a spot trying to go win this race.
Denny Hamlin up to third.
You have to wonder there with that restart, did Casey Kane not get his tires cleaned off enough to make that car stick? It's so impressive for Jeff Gordon to dig down in there, knowing, and he knew in his mind, if he did not take the lead, as I stayed there, that he was going to fall back and probably wasn't going to be able to make that time up and go get the leader.
Up to 2.3 seconds for Jeff. You see the top 5 have somewhat spread.
And we talk about that, how much this means to the drivers, and Andy, you've talked about to the crew chiefs, but it's a huge event and celebration for the entire team to come here because of everything that goes on. This big victory lane is huge. Everybody gets a celebration there and be a part of that. The ceremony afterwards to go out and kiss the bricks and all of that. So it becomes a huge team effort, and everybody gets that celebration that maybe you don't at a lot of other places.
And it takes the whole team to make. You have to have everything right to win here. And the whole team is invested in this race.
While we watch Jeff work through these final 2 laps, just to mention a couple of other stories to kind of tie up drivers' days. Kevin Harvick running in 8th position now after contending for the lead and starting on pole early. Dale Earnhardt Jr. rallying back into the top 10. He's running 9th at the moment. Brad Keselowski running 13th. Jimmy Johnson is faded to 14th. Tony Stewart runs 17th. And we also mentioned Juan Pablo Montoya earlier. He's in 23rd. Kurt Busch trapped a lap down. Talked about Junior and Keselowski getting the caution and the free pass. It never fell right for Kurt, and he still trapped a lap down back in 28th place.
And the 5-car of Casey Kane, who was the leader.
One more time, bud. You got a lot of room behind you. Hit your marks.
And we pointed out early on, they've had a lot of very good races, but just find ways not to win once again today.
Hold it there, bud.
He's in the last lap. And as we look out the window across at the grandstands, all the fans that are here at the Speedway today are now on their feet, watching to see if Jeff Gordon comes back around to take another checkered flag. Final corners. First one in 1994. 20 years later, he wins the 21st. Checkered flag in the Brickyard 400 to Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, buddy. Greatest photos over here on the bed. We're going to kiss the bricks, boys. Kiss the bricks, baby. What did I tell you this morning? What did I tell you when I got here? Yes, sir. I'm so glad we brought it home for you, boss. Thanks for coming, buddy. Go kiss those bricks. You guys are so awesome. That is unbelievable. Yes! It's you guys. You did this. Awesome. Awesome job, Eddie. God, I finally had the restart of my life.
Yes, you did. Right when he needed it.
What a day for Jeff Gordon, Rick Hendrick, Alan Gustafson, and their team.